Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's live stream. Today I'm going to be tackling a very sensitive subject whilst talking about Logan Paul and YouTube. Before we start, I'd like to say that suicide is not a funny topic. Suicide is a very real threat to everyone within the population, particularly men. I believe there's a statistic that suicide is one of the highest rates of death within men. So if you need help, there are links in the description down below. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Even I can help if you reach out and talk to me. I'd also like to say that there are 5 important steps to help prevent suicide within your friends and family. Step 1, ask. If you feel that they're being a bit weird, if you feel that they've changed personalities, or they've lost a lot of weight recently or gained a lot of weight recently, ask them if they're okay. Ask them if they need help. Ask them if they're having suicidal thoughts. Because if you don't ask, they don't get a chance to tell someone. 2, listen. If they're willing to talk to you, if they're willing to open up, then they're going to need your help. Now, don't judge them. Listen to them. Hopefully you can help them. At the end of the day, this is their chance to reach out and possibly have someone to talk to. 3, be there for them. You don't have to find a solution. You don't have to go out the way to be the be all or end all for them. At the end of the day, if you're there and they can reach out when they need you, they will know that they're not alone. They're not. It's very hard, and in this instance, at least, if you're there to help them, they can understand that you are there for them. 4, connect. Suggest them talking to a friend, some family members, or their doctor, or if they're truly willing to listen, maybe push them towards a medical professional. I understand in some situations they might not be willing to do so. And 5, check in on them. Give them a call. Have a chat. See how they're feeling. At the end of the day, they may appreciate that odd phone call. You saying that you're going to swing round to help them. At the end of the day, suicide's not funny. Suicide's not something to be laughed at. Suicide is something dangerously real in this world. There are links in the description down below. Now, for the rest of this live stream, I'm going to be talking about Logan Paul, the fact that he has returned to YouTube, and how this affects him, his future, and YouTube itself. If you give me 1 minute, I'll be right back. Just need to click a few things. Hello everybody and welcome back. Okay, now there is a message at the start of this live stream. If you've missed it, please scroll back. It's a very important 5 minutes. Now, what we're going to talk about today is Logan Paul. Logan Paul, for many of you, may have hit the mainstream media in your own consciousness at the start of this year. You may have never have heard of him before, right? And out of nowhere, you found out that this former Disney star decided to wander into the woods, find a dead body, and seemingly mock it or be really nervous about it. Now, this has caused a huge furore, and he's been gone for 3 weeks. Within that 3 weeks, he's got a new haircut. He's supposedly learnt a new lesson. He's made 2 apologies. He's been removed from YouTube Red Preferred, and many other situations. So when he came back yesterday, there was a lot of eyes on him, and at the end of the day, people are worrying and people are reacting to him being on YouTube. So what I thought I would do is deep dive into what I think of his video, what this is in effect for him and for the YouTube community, my opinions on the matter, and how it will change moving forward. Feel free to say hello in the chat. The chat will appear at some point soon. Feel free to say hello. Feel free to leave questions with the hashtag ask at the front, and I will get to them at the end. Feel free to give your opinion on Logan Paul, and I will read them out when I get to them as well. At the end of the day, this is going to be a deep dive into everything Logan Paul, but also how it connects to YouTube. I'm also still testing setup of this stream, so I apologize if we're having issues. Please tell me if you're buffering. Please tell me if you can hear me. Does it look okay? Basically, I'm trying to get as much out of this as I can so people know that I'm here. So yes, in the meantime, feel free to throw questions at me and I will get to them as soon as I can. Okay, so, right. Yesterday, Logan Paul published a video called Suicide, Be There Tomorrow, in which a Logan Paul that seems a hell of a lot less jovial, much more calm and composed, makes effectively a 7 to 11 minute mini documentary on suicide prevention. I need to turn off my fridge because it's making noise. Sorry, I'll get the art of doing this professionally soon. So yes, basically, this is exactly what Philip DeFranco suggested he would do. He emerged with himself throwing himself into a charity. He emerged with himself being contrite. Sorry, yes. And generally, this video package was very well put together. You can see that it's much more thoughtful. So, within this video, he has experts talking about suicide prevention. He has former suicide attemptee explain how he's glad that he didn't do it, but how dark and deep and helpless his brain was at the time, and how people just weren't reaching out to help him whilst he was dangling off of a bridge. Now, all of this was wrapped in a much more professional documentary style. It wasn't vlog style. He wasn't handheld. He wasn't running around. There wasn't any of his lackeys or his friends laughing behind him. It was Logan Paul with a new haircut and seemingly much better PR. Now, what does this do for Logan? Well, this is his way of rehabbing his brand. No matter how many times you say sorry, there will always be people that aren't too sure. Now, I'm not saying that his fans would desert him. That's never going to happen. But what is happening is that he's now aware that the wider world knows who Logan Paul is. Until Jake was dicking around last year, I didn't even know the Paul family existed, right? Because I'm not that niche. I'm not his demographic. I didn't watch the Disney Channel with the Pauls on it, right? So what happened is he's now become mainstream infamous. Not famous, infamous. And everybody jumped to his channel, and he grew a lot in the last 3 weeks, pure and simply out of what I call rubbernecking. So what he's trying to do is save his brand, because he's already lost a lot of money in the short term because of these incidents. So this apology, this new charity angle that's his first comeback video, can rehab him, but it can also earn him more more subscribers that are either apologetic to him, or subscribers that left and that are coming back, or people that subscribe to him because of the drama and now they want to see what he's doing. So it's a good way to come back. Now, what do I think about the whole situation of him coming back? Well, he seems to understand in the video what he's done wrong. He doesn't seem to be the jovial, dicking around Logan Paul. He seems to be a very well thought out, well scripted, well directed individual in this. The goofy hair's gone, the hats have gone, he's clearly gone out of his way to research this properly, and he seems sincere. Now, I've got to highlight that he is an actor, and for years he's been sincere enough to be a Disney actor, but in this, he truly seems sincere. Now, I'm not sure if that's out of fear that if he doesn't do this properly, then he'll lose his money and he'll lose his career, but he does... I can't knock him. It seems to be that he's honestly thought about it. Now, this video should have been the one that he made to raise awareness in the first place. If you wanted to have a heartwarming message about suicide and suicide prevention, you shouldn't have gone into the woods in Japan on a manhunt. This is a very well written video, but this isn't shocking. So maybe if he put this out before he went into the suicide forest and made the big disaster, maybe it wouldn't have got the awareness that it had. So maybe him being a complete butt munch is kind of having a positive effect, but he shouldn't have to have been a butt munch in the first place. Now, it's possibly the sign of a better management team. The whole... I missed out on the whole thing. I believe it was Team 10. I may have been wrong. But it seems that when he broke in to the YouTube world, he was surrounded by a load of young creators, young editors, people that either hero worshipped him or he employed at a young age to edit his videos. When he wandered into the suicide forest, there was no one around him that was old enough to go, "No, Logan, that's a stupid idea, Logan. You're a dick, Logan." There was no one during the editing stage to highlight the controversy, and there was no one in the editing stage to tell him that shouldn't go out, right? So this whole video seems to suggest that maybe he's now got a little guiding hand helping him. Now, if you feel that's true, then comment in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Have you seen the video? You know, feel free to suggest go and watch the video after you've watched this live stream, because, you know, you can hang around and you love me more. But it does possibly show that he panicked, and oh no, if I lose this channel I could lose millions. How about I spend a couple of million on a decent management PR team to help me, and maybe £1 million to some charities. Now, I'm not knocking him. £1 million in any circumstances to any charities is good. I don't care where the money's come from. At the end of the day, it's going to a charity, and the charity will help spend that properly and hopefully solve that problem. Now, the PR company may have helped him do the damage limitation. Have a look at his first apology online, and it was him going, "Oh, I get loads of views, look at me, ain't I wonderful, here's my merch, 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 hashtag," right? The second apology was him sat there much more measured, and that seemed maybe that was a quick PR job, and maybe they've now stayed on and gone, right, the best way to rehab this and turn this around is, instead of mocking the issue, maybe, you know, raise a proper video awareness, and that's how polished that video happens to be. Now, I would note that he is still, right now, trending #1 on YouTube. He has over 10 million views in 24 hours. Now, that doesn't surprise me. YouTube, who was asleep at the wheel that made the original video trend, and didn't pull the original video down even though it had 20-30 million views, they have to curate that page, and they curated it enough that they put the original video on there. So for them to put the apology and then this video on there makes sense, because although YouTube claim there's no favoritism, this helps them rehab their image as well. If they have a video from someone that's had a slap wrist, that's had their preferred taken away, that's been downgraded, that's been struck, that's caused a load of damage, is trying to make this video to kind of make the whole platform look better, then of course it's going to make the entire community look better. Now, once again, please let me know what you think about this. Do you think YouTube is working with Logan Paul to rehab the perception of the site and Logan Paul, or do you think just, oh, it's a really popular video so they've made it trending? I mean, once again, leave a comment in the chat and I'll get to it in a minute. Please tell me how you feel about the situation. Now, it also could be that they have to protect Logan because he makes them so much money that if they protect their cash cow, maybe in the long run they can put him back on YouTube Preferred and continue to get more and more adverts out of him, because he gets tons and tons of views. So if they can monetize those tons and tons of views at the higher rate, they get a bigger percentage of that pie. It kind of hurts them to have one of the largest growing creators on their platform not on their preferred scheme. Okay, so in the long run, what do I think about this, and how do I think it will affect YouTube? Well, if he's truly been seen to make up for his mistakes, if he truly rehabs his image in the next 6 to 12 months, maybe he gets his films back. Maybe he gets back on Google Preferred, and then that helps not only YouTube, but that helps Logan Paul. Now, how does that compare to like a PewDiePie? Well, although Logan's mistake was horrific, you can almost see the naivety in it. He wandered into a location and stumbled across something. He played it wrong, he didn't have the right team, he's got a young audience. Compared to PewDiePie, who said the N-word, which is a racial slur that is very highly charged in the very modern day politically correct era, I can see how this, in a business eye, would you want to advertise against someone that's made a mistake but then try to help people with suicide prevention, or someone that said the N-word in a live stream and then it didn't affect him and he just carried on creating content? See, one is politically toxic because, oh, you're advertising against the man that said the N-word, compared to you're advertising against the man that made a mistake and then donated £1 million to charity. Do you see how they could possibly balance those? Now, it is weird, and we will see how that unfolds in the coming months. Now, I truly hope that Logan learns from this situation. I truly do hope that he's young, right? And he's been given all of this money and all of this fame through Disney and through YouTube. I truly hope that he learns not to be a dickhead, and I truly hope that this kick in the balls, that's possibly going to cost him a couple of mil over a few years, helps him learn. And I truly hope that this is the death of the goofy Logan Paul with the stupid hair and the disrespectful visits to locations, throwing money into wells and being an idiot. Now, we can only see that with time. Maybe his new PR team helps, keep him on the rails, and brings his editing team and whoever with him, or gets rid of those kids that happens to be with him. There needs to be some kind of check. Him creating daily content may have been the issue. Him thinking, right, I've got this footage and I need a video for tomorrow. That's the only footage I've got. Damn, I've got to put out a video. Right? So, yeah, maybe that, or maybe the yes men that were hanging around him have now gone. Once again, we'll only get to see. Now, I kindly request, for the sake of the message that I put at the start of this live stream, please click that like button and please click that share button, because I believe the message at the start of this live stream will help many people, especially if they are feeling suicidal, if they are having problems. If you are feeling depressed, if you are having suicidal thoughts, if you are struggling, there are links in the description down below, or private message me and I'll see what I can do to help you. It is not nice feeling low. It is not nice feeling depressed. At the end of the day, the first thing you can do is reach out and people will try and help you. Talk to someone. Now, we will now move on to the YouTube side of this, and how it reacts to how this could have been a calculated act, and how this could have helped Logan Paul grow his channel, and how in theory you can learn from a business perspective how controversy creates media attention. Now, on that point alone, I'm a big wrestling fan, and one of my all-time favourite managers or all-time favourite promoters was Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff has been quoted saying that controversy creates cash, and I can't argue with that. At the end of the day, if you cause enough outrage or if you create enough emotional response, then you will get a reaction, and it works with many things on YouTube. In this case, Logan upset a load of people. It was outrageous. PewDiePie saying the N-word was the same. But if you have a look at other channels like Drama Alert or Scarce or Leafy is Here, outrage is the best form of marketing you could possibly have. If you make someone angry enough that they will share or comment, it will rise to the top. If you will piss off enough people in the right place that you warrant mainstream media attention, your videos will be embedded on websites. And if you are embedded on high-ranking news websites, it feeds the YouTube algorithm because you are seen as relevant, you are seen as a hot topic, and YouTube will start trending you, or pushing more and more traffic towards you. This feeds the upswell on your channel. Now, this can be done in the opposite direction. You can trend with love, or you can trend with laughter. Now, that's what YouTube was initially about. Charlie biting his brother's finger, or that penguin being pushed down that ice glacier hole, or kitten videos. Now, that was the good old heart of YouTube when it first started, and that was the emotional factor. At the end of the day, you need to garner an emotional response to get some kind of following. The problem these days is that a cat fail video won't get on Huffington Post or TMZ, but Jake Paul jumping up and down on a car and pissing off his neighbours will. Look at Justin Bieber when he was having problems, and he would like get out of his car and possibly punch like a spectator, or piss in a bucket in a restaurant. It was outrage marketing, whether they did it deliberately or not. Now, Logan Paul may not have deliberately gone into the woods to get attention, but he certainly knows how to ride the attention when he gets it. Cup of tea. Massive mug. Oh, still not clean. Oh, wonderful. Now, there's two things that helped him grow his channel as well. People wanted to see what this horrific video was, so they went to go and see the video, right? And whilst they're there, they're watching it and they're sharing it with friends. Look how horrific this video happens to be. Now, that breeds subscribers, because they're either rubbernecking and they like the content and they want to subscribe and they want to see him do more of this stuff, or they're subscribing him out of what Hannah Hart calls hate subscribing or hate watching, right? Where you're subscribing to watch what this dickhead does next. Look at the whole, I can't remember her name, lady that people thought she was being kidnapped this time last year, Marina Joyce. right? Everyone thought that she was being kidnapped, right? And she was putting out weird videos, and they wasn't quite sure if it was ISIS or if she was just stoned off her face. And a load of people subscribed to her channel. Her videos were on average getting 30, 40, 50,000 views, maybe a couple of 100,000 views. And then it kicked off and everyone flooded to her channel. She gained 3 million subscribers overnight, and then her videos after that, the latest 3 or 4 videos at that time, gained 15, 20, 30, 40 million views, because they're trying to figure out what's wrong with her. And she grew off the back of that, and so have Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Now, outrage marketing or curiosity, as I said, can be so powerful, because I'll admit, I made a video of about Marina Joyce. I got thousands of views on that Marina Joyce video. I then did the same with Toby Turner. I did the same with Adam Blompier. At the end of the day, if it's the hot topic, it will be talked about. And unfortunately, for all of us on YouTube, that means that if it's talked about and it's negative, it will affect you as a YouTuber, whether you're small or large. If you're a large YouTuber, maybe not so much. You're already in the Google preferred, or you've already got the 4,000 hours or the 1,000 subscribers, right? And you've already got your merchandise line, and you've already got everything that you need to kind of ride out this wave. But it will affect the CPM of the big boys, and in the case of the smaller YouTubers, they may even kick you off like YouTube monetization in general, which, by the way, in my opinion, is not a direct cause of Logan Paul. That was already looking at what they can do with the monetization, and it just so happened that Logan Paul came around, and now this is kind of, they can push it onto Logan a little bit, right? Rather than them saying, yeah, we've been thinking about it for 18 months as part of the adpocalypse, and frankly, we don't like small YouTubers. You can go fuck yourself. Here you go. You can't monetize anymore. Oh, we'll give more money to Logan Paul, right? So it is a fine balance for everything. But now, that's pretty much my opinion on the whole Logan Paul situation, him coming back. Now, I am about to enter a Q&A section, but I want to know what you think about Logan Paul. I want to know what you think of the situation, his apology. Do you agree with him? Do you agree with the situation? Are you angry? Have you been affected by the adpocalypse that has now ensued because of it? Or are you a little bit more pragmatic and you understand that, you know, he made mistakes and shit happens? You know, please comment in the chat. If you'd like to ask a question, use the hashtag ask and then ask the questions, and I will get to them. I will answer as many, if not as all of them as I can, like I did last time. And now we'll just turn it into an AMA. So ask me anything. It could be about Logan Paul, it could be about your channel, it could be about growing your YouTube channel, or anything. Okay, I'm now going to turn on the chat, so give me a second because I need to faff about, and I'm still not 100% perfect on this, so ta-da! By the way, if you'd like your name to show up in the stream, there's a link down there that you can click donate in the description, and then it should pop up here. I'm still testing it. I don't have super chat until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just like you. I'm grinding and growing as we go. I'm effectively a small YouTuber teaching small YouTubers how to grow. So, right, I'm going to work my way from the top down, so don't worry if I haven't talked about your specific question just yet. Feel free to continue to post the questions in the chat. I will get to those as soon as possible. Once again, I'll answer all of them if I can. Now, I'm working my way to the top. I'd like to say hello, Sarah. Hello, Jam Tracks. That's a fairly new name. No? Hello. Hello. Or that's another one. I've known people had to. Sarah Kane. I've known people to commit suicide, but not too personal. It's crazy. Well, that's it. At the end of the day, as I said, if you are struggling with suicidal thoughts, there are links in the description down below, or reach out to me personally. I will try to help you. The whole music's quite ominous. but has cheery moments. Yeah. I'm trying to kind of juggle the whole thing. Once I get to the hang of doing, I'm planning on doing these weekly. I'm hoping maybe Thursday constantly. If people are into it, then that would be great. Maybe not. Maybe a Wednesday. I don't know. Right. But at the end of the day, I'll get there. Hello, Jabs played. Everything looks great. Brilliant. Ask. Right. Or Logan or Jake. Now, I've not seen much of Jake. Right. And Logan's supposed to be the bigger brother. If, in all honesty, I don't like the idea of either of them. But I guess that's just the thing that, because they're the new generation, the new wave, and the new populist thing. Maybe it's just not my era. Like, I'm more Philip DeFranco, Ray William Johnson, Toby Turner, Epic Rap Battles of History. That's my generation of YouTube from watching it, right? So yeah, I'm just not into either of them. Can I make a video on how to live stream gameplay without lag? I'll certainly try. I'm planning on doing how to live stream tutorials, because I know that I can live stream using OBS, which I'm doing here. I can live stream using Google Hangouts, which was my very first one last week. And I do know that you can do Twitch and YouTube and everything through it. So I will be generating tutorials for that. So once again, hold fire, you know, watch, wait, and we'll get there. Hello TYTD, welcome. Hello Annalisa Creative. Wait for my phone to ring. I fucking know it's gonna do it. Sarah Kane, you're mixing Jake and Logan up. Logan has nothing to do with Team 10. Jake Paul is the one that is. Yeah, I know, kind of ish, but I'm assuming because they're part of the same family, then we'll have the same thing. That's me waiting for my phone to ring, because I know it's going to ring, so I want to hang up before it makes an annoying noise. Either way, I heard that there was drama and Logan possibly involved when it came to Team 10. One of my friends took their lives about 6 years ago. It was devastating, not only for me, but we was in university and it rippled through the campus. We could see he was in trouble. By the way, this is TYTD. But we tried our best where help we couldn't be. Me and my flatmates were always there to try and lift his spirits. All you can do in the situation is be there and help them. I wouldn't wish that mindset on mindset that leads to suicide on anyone. Very much agreed. At the end of the day, it's I'll be honest, I've suffered with depression in the past. Depression is something that you don't really get over. It's like alcoholism. It's something that sticks around and eats at you inside. But you can combat it with either the people that are around you or the situations you put yourself in. Now, I'm not saying that I've ever been suicidal. It's just a horrible place to be. And I can't imagine going from depression to suicidal. So once again, there are links in the description down below. I hope that helps. If it doesn't help you, but you can pass it on to somebody else and it helps them, then more the better. Please share this video as a notice of warning right at the start of the live stream on how to help people. TYTD, yes. So Logan Paul apologises. Don't really cut it. He really crossed the line and he has to live with what he's done. I agree. But unfortunately, he makes a load of money and he makes loads of money for YouTube. So, obviously, considering he wasn't struck off the platform, he continues to make money. Born Brick, charity for the sake of charity is good. Charity to cover your ask is meaningless. Yes, the sentiment behind it, if you're just throwing £1 million at someone to shut them up, then fine. But at the end of the day, I'd much rather he's throwing £1 million at people to shut them up, and then they still get £1 million to help other people. Logan being a dickhead is possibly going to help save a load of lives, even if Logan doesn't actually mean or didn't actually want to give that million, you know. Porsche, I truly hope he's changed. I truly do. He does have the power to help to help change the world to a degree, and do incredible things. I agree. Most large YouTubers have this influence. At the end of the day, at least he's put that video out to 15-16 million people or subscribers. It had 10 million views when I saw it earlier today. If out of those 10 million views, just a handful of people reached out and asked for help, then that's a handful more than he helped earlier in the year. Now, I hate to sound morbid, but he may have also caused a lot of damage at the start of the year. Suicidal thoughts is one of those things that can be triggered, very much like an eating disorder. At the end of the day, he may have triggered a load of people at the start of the year. So he does need to try and balance this out. Otherwise, he's on a negative count. And that's me sounding very macabre. He's lucky he's still young and he can get over it. In all honesty, Porsche, I'm sure that he's already got over it. I don't think it's actually sunk in. He's a multi-millionaire that can upload content, and he got shouted at. He's only doing this because a PR company told him to. That's my feelings behind it. But I hope I'm wrong. I want him to prove me wrong. I also hope he goes back to Japan and apologises for his total disrespect to their country. I agree. I agree, Porsche. Hello, As Lovely. Welcome. He's trying to change his channel, Bloody Paul Brothers. Yep, he is trying to save it. Yeah. And in my opinion, he's done it with putting these videos out. Porsche, I think he's young, and we've all made mistakes. When we're young, we were mad. Some worse than others. His worst course. Logan is coming this Wednesday. This Wednesday to where? The video is live. Or do you mean he's going to Japan? Once again, hello everyone that's in the chat. Please say hello. Let me know that you are there. Even if you just type hello, let me know how you're feeling today. Give me a mark out of 10, or tell me what your favourite pizza topping is. If you have a question, ask me with the tag hashtag ask, and I will get to it as soon as I can. Katie asks, do you think it's right to do video on Logan Paul, what he does? Try that again. Katie asks, do you think it's right to do videos of Logan Paul and what he does? I think us talking about Logan Paul highlights that what he's done wrong. What Logan did and made out of that video was horrific. What he's made out of his new video, I think, is a step at least in the right direction. Porsche, no, I didn't say get over it. I said he can't start over. Ah, okay, yes, he can start over. Yeah. Well, I still go by my words. I think he's already got over it. I don't think he needs to start over. He's got 15 million subscribers. He gained more subscribers whilst he was away. Unfortunately, his audience is very young and very impressionable, and in this instance, he's made a huge faux pas and possibly made suicide a joke for a very young audience, and I think that's really, really detrimental and really unfair to the world. So, fine. Hello, Hen Ems, welcome. YouTube will support him, whatever. It's not a surprise he went from number one trending, and I'm sure he'll be back on Google top tier as soon as he's pledged to donate. As soon as he's pledged to donate $1 million. Yeah, see, the thing with YouTube is that we don't know who is on the YouTube top tier. They never announce it and they never confirm. I'm not saying that they'll place him back on YouTube top tier immediately, but it wouldn't surprise me if he continues along this path, like the videos that he's created today, that they'll just kind of shrug it off and it'll be fine, and that in 6 to 12 months time he'll either have sold enough merch to cover it or put a mid-roll in the middle, just like PewDiePie suggests. You know, PewDiePie was on YouTube Preferred, PewDiePie lost YouTube Red, but PewDiePie said that all he did was put an extra a mid-roll in the middle of his videos and he doesn't notice the difference. And PewDiePie gets less views, or did get less views, than Logan Paul. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think he'll feel the difference. And £1 million to him is, I don't know, maybe 1/10 of his overall value. You know, if I was to give out 10% of what's in my bank account to someone, trust me, I don't have much in my bank account, right? But if I was to give out 10% of what's in my bank account right now, it wouldn't hurt me. Just means one less takeaway for the week, which, by the way, I'm not on takeaways at the moment. I'm still on my New Year's resolution right now. I'm doing quite well for me. Drinking a lot of tea, I'm eating a lot of healthy meals, and I'm Snapchatting a load of stuff. Born Brit. What's a mid-roll? A mid-roll, okay, there's multiple forms of adverts. When you watch a video, a YouTube channel that is monetized, so it won't be mine, although you could go and have a look at Mr. Hairy Brit. There's adverts at the front, you know, the 5-second skippables. There's adverts at the front that you can't skip, which are normally part of the YouTube Preferred scheme, and you get some that trickle down to smaller YouTubers. And then you get adverts that appear in the middle of a video. Middle being anywhere that isn't the end. If you have a 10-minute video, you can put as many adverts in the video as you wish. If you have a video under 10 minutes, then you'll get one at the front. And if you're lucky, I believe one at the end. But overall, if PewDiePie makes a 10-minute video, then he can just put an extra advert in the middle. So he's got front, back and middle. Or you'll see on some large YouTube channels, they do one at the front, one about 1/5 of the way in, a load, and then another video. You know, next time you load YouTube on desktop, hover up over the track bar, you know, where it says the time. You'll see little orange lines or dots. That's actually where they play the adverts. And you can't skip past them because it'll just force another advert. Ask, am I still having meat in my meals? Yes, I couldn't not have meat in my meals. If you go to Instagram.com/Mr. Hairy Brit, I upload my food. Most of it is muscle food stuff because they very nicely send me food, I would admit. They are effectively one of my sponsors on my other channel, and I truly appreciate it, but I do highly suggest you use them as well. They're quality. All I'm doing this year is I'm trying to be better to myself. Last year I was a little bit, I wasn't kind to myself mentally or physically. I had a really bad autumn and winter. I weren't feeling well. I either got flu or I got stressed, and I ate a lot. So since pretty much Boxing Day, I promised myself to portion control. I'm eating healthier. I'm eating 3 meals a day, and because I'm working from home and still working from home, I'm forcing myself to have a packed lunch box in the middle of the day rather than I'm hungry, I'm going to cook a full English breakfast, and then later I'm going to have a roast dinner, and then in the evening I'm going to have a takeaway. I've also not had a takeaway for an entire month, which for me is an achievement. I hazard to say that even at my worst, when I was feeling really, really bad, around about October, November last year, I was easily having at least 2 takeaways a week, and that's disgusting. Porsche, mine is not for long, very sadly. You mean your channel's monetized? Now I've said this before, like, for you to monetize your channel, if you're worried about subscribers, feel free. There's a load of videos on my channels that hopefully help. There's a load of people in the chat. Talk to people in the chat. Say hello. Message the person that's above you. Message the last person that you see, right? And say hello. Introduce yourself. Talk to them. But when it comes to hours watched, this is a live stream. At the current moment, we're about 40-50 minutes into the live stream, right? Granted, I don't have like a huge audience like you get like on Philip DeFranco or Roberto Blake or Nick Nimmin or Tube Buddy, right? But there's a handful of us in the chat, and hopefully you're watching for as long as you wish, which is great. And then once the video's done, it will upload, right? And then people can then see it as a video. That's why at the start of this video, I top load it like a video. So I introduced you, I told you who I was, I then told you that if you need help, there are links in the description down below for suicide prevention, and then I wandered into the Logan Paul topic, and now at the end I'm doing the Q&A. So do live streams. Now, you can live stream straight off your phone. So you could be stood there talking to your horses, feeding your horses, mending your car, doing sketch drawings, anything really. Live stream, see how many people hop in, have a chat, right? Give us your opinion on the Eurovision Song Contest or the football match that you're watching. Or it can also be a very quick way to make a video. If you want to react to a topic right now, right, that's in the news right now, you just hop on live stream, right? This I don't need to edit. Granted, I'm very lucky and I've set all this up so it looks a bit better, right? But you can hop on and have a chat. Now, by the way, I can see people are hopping into the chat or people are joining to watch us. Now, if you're watching, please say hello. If you are watching, please hit that like button. I strongly advise, please watch the start of the stream either now or later, because there is an important message about suicide prevention that I would like everyone, as many people as possible, to watch and as many people can share. Now, if you have a question, please feel free to use the hashtag ask, and then ask any question. It can be YouTube related, it can be personal, it can be about Logan Paul, it can be about anything, and I will answer your questions. Feel free to ask as many questions as you wish. We can just make it an ask anything open stream of just random constant questions. Now, I shall work my way back to the chat. Not enough subs, push. Well, that's it. At the end of the day, keep going. You're doing really well. I believe you're only a couple of hundred away from it, so you're going to get there sooner or later, right? Reach out, like I've said in the comments before, reach out, go to forums, go to Facebook, to Twitter, use the right hashtags for your specific niche and people will find you. Don't give up. Also, uploading on a regular basis will help. Make sure that you're uploading, I would suggest at least 2 times a week. I upload 2 times a week here and now a live stream, which once again, I'm going to try and figure out if you want it on a Wednesday or a Thursday. And then you can see my cheeky face and me drinking tea, and it will help. I'm good on my amount of hours watched. I got them in January for this month. Got about 270,000 minutes. See, I wish I was getting that. I'm getting there. Now, this channel is about 5 months old. I've got around about 1,000 watch time hours. So I guess that's not too bad, considering if you think the first couple of months that you open a YouTube channel, nobody watches you, no one's subscribed to you. They might go back and watch the original videos, or if you've optimized them properly, like I hopefully have, then they can be found at any time. Also, I think I'm fairly consistent with my video. If you have a look at my second video, which was Stop Delaying, Start Creating, and then you have a look at my latest videos, the style's fairly the same. I mean, the rendering of the background's a bit different, and the pop-ups that come here and here are a bit different, but hopefully there's not a huge difference between them. Just keep creating content and you'll be fine. But yeah, I'm hoping with these live streams I'm getting closer. I'm also engaging with you a lot more. It's nice to answer your questions. It's nice to talk about set topics. In the long run, I'm hoping to open up super chats so we can chat and we can review your channels, and we can pick through how we can help each other, because I think if I'm reviewing your channel, then you can learn as well. Hello Madison, welcome. Once again, if you're new, if you've just popped in, please say hello in the chat. There is a very important message at the start of this video, so please hit like and hit share, and feel free to go back and watch that later or now if you so wish. This is now the Ask Anything section of this live stream. So ask anything you want in the comment section, and it can be absolutely anything. It can be personal, about my favourite tea, what I have in my tea, how I eat my porridge, or about YouTube or my favourite pizza topping, or tips on how to start or grow your YouTube channel. I'll work my way through the questions. So As Lovely ask, do you think it's better to work from home or work in a huge company? Now, working from home is good in some ways because it gives me my freedom. Hello Inkita, by the way. Personal shout out because she's a personal OG. She's been around since early Mr. Hairy Brit days. Go and check out Inkita. Very artistic lady, loves her music, loves to speed draw. I believe, no, she's not on the wall. She's in a video. Anyway, yeah, me working from home is good because I don't have to travel anywhere. I don't have the stress of cramming myself onto a train at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I don't have to argue over office politics over the water cooler in the morning. But on the flip side, you do have to be very regimented with yourself. The very first 3 to 6 months of working for yourself, it's so easy to just watch Jeremy Kyle on TV all day, or you know, The View, or whatever you're watching in the mornings. It's so very easy to just sit in your sweatpants all day and do nothing, right? And then worry and then do all your work in the evening. Now, for years now, I've battled with that, but now I've been working from home either for myself or for someone else for about 8 or 9 years. It's only this year, it's only in the last 3 or 4 months that I've learnt, right, you need to regiment yourself on food, because otherwise, as I said, I could wake up in the morning, have a full English breakfast, get to lunch hour and go, yeah, I'm working from home, I could cook myself a roast for the middle of the day, and then in the evening order a takeaway. It's so easy to do so. Now, working for a large company has its benefits. A guaranteed wage is a prime example, right? I'm not rich. I've been fighting and biting and kicking and screaming to do what I've been doing for years, right? It's only just about now, 8 years in now, that I think this year could be a good year. If I continue to really fight for it, I think it could be a good year, financially, mentally and physically. I'm loving what I'm doing here. I'm loving teaching on YouTube. For the last 4 years I've been doing funny Alan stuff, and now I can be funny educational. It's nice, it's fulfilling, and it's nice that I can help you guys and girls. Now, also I watch your live stream twice, once live and once on the video upload. See, that's the way to do it. Like, I feel free to watch it as many times as I want. But if you can't make it into a live stream, like if you're in here right now and you're kind of having problems, or you want to ask a question but you can't, right? You can listen to this back as like a podcast or in the shower. You can comment under the replay. If you're watching the replay, comment a question down below. I reply to pretty much all of my comments, right? I obviously can't necessarily in the live stream, right? But I do at least read them or you know, note them. But if you reply to a video, or if you comment on any of my active videos on my channel, then I tend to reply. I hope you've noticed that. But yeah, you can always, you know, listen to it as a podcast. Or go back and listen to the other ones, because I'm hoping, once again, that these are always going to be top loaded with a topic. So the last one was how to promote your YouTube channel for free. This one's about Logan Paul. But hopefully for the first 20, 30, 40 minutes you'll learn something, and then you'll get into the Q&A at the end. Madison, Alan, I love your channel so much. You're so helpful and kind and responsive to comments. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I'm shouting you out on my next video that I'm posting because you've helped me so much. Thank you very much. Right? See, the difference there is that here's me trying to eat healthily, and here's me 25 days into my New Year's resolution and still on it, right? And there's you enjoying food on your channel. I am so jealous right now. Oh, can you just eat some food for me? Just every mouthful. Alan. Now, I'm not sure if that's torturous or adult entertainment, but yeah. Hurricane. I'm just taking my time and learning as much as I can about SEO, using online resources and other people that have experience. I'm also improving my editing. It's a process. It is a process. YouTube is a long haul game. Now, I'm here giving YouTube tips now. I've made 60 videos in 5-ish months, and hopefully each one of those videos help you somehow. Now, it's taken me 4 years to be able to get to that point. And I listen to constant podcasts. I'm part of the ICG Creators Guild. I listen to Nick Nimmin, Roberto Blake, Amy Smithauer, Daryl Eves, Tim Schmoyer. I've been listening to them for 4 years, trying to learn. And I've made mistakes, and I've learned from those mistakes. And that's... So just don't give up. It is a long haul game, and you will get there. TYTD review ask, what would you suggest for a decent turnover for a channel each year in terms of views or subs? Would you say there's a minimum that you'd be happy with? Now, that's a very subjective thing. Now, my Mr. Hairy Brit channel gets 1 million views a month. 1 million. But that's got 800-ish videos on there, and a good chunk of those are deliberately either clickbaity or deliberately pandering to a male demographic, or shocking or eye-opening or funny. How well a channel does is unique to a channel. What I suggest you do, and what I have done, here you go, moment of Alan wisdom that you might not get in a video. What I do is just outbeat myself. If you, from week to week, get that little bit more than you did last week, that extra sub, that extra share, that extra like, that extra view, and you do that week to week to week to week, right, then you will grow. What I do is I look at my live analytics. I know this is going to sound so nerdy. A couple of months ago I looked at my rolling live real-time analytics, and I was getting around about 50 views a day. And then I was so pleased when that turned to 100 and a couple of hundred, and then when the whole bar on the left hand side of 48 hours had at least something in it, even if it was 1 view that hour. So then it was just right. If you have a look at your real-time analytics, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You've got your 60 minutes on the right, and then you've got your 48 hours on the left, right? At the moment, I'm up to around about 600 views per 48 hours, right? But what I was doing 3 or 4 weeks ago was going, ooh, I got 300, I got 400, I got 500. And then I started doing live streams the other week, and it peaked on the views that, you know, 50, 60 people jump in, and they either watch or disappear, or they do hang around or they don't hang around, right? So back to your question. Is there a minimum you'd be happy with? Is there a good for a year that you'd be happy with? I'd be happy if I can outperform what I did previously. The worst thing you can do is compare yourself to somebody else, because they could be doing something completely differently, right? The reason why I've been able to grow my channel here so quickly is because I publicise my channel daily. Have a look at my Twitter account. Go to twitter.com/HD1webdesign. I tweet at least every 2 to 3 hours. Maybe even more. On my Mr. Hairy Brit one, it's pretty much constant. I promote every one of my videos to at least 15 locations, including 4 blogs, including 4 forums. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest. I mean, the reason why that channel that's identical to you may be doing better is they may just be out hustling you. I also work from home. I work technically underpaid-esque, but I work for myself. So me taking 20 minutes out or 10 minutes out every hour to send an email or to send a tweet or to publish on Instagram it doesn't hurt me. It does make my business hour longer. I don't think I think I'm surgically attached to my laptop. I'm either talking to it or typing in it, right? And I have worked, I don't know, 12, 16, 18 hour days for the last 4 or 5 years. So the only person you should ever be competing with is yourself. Once again, hello Inkita. Sorry, I'm working my way down the chat. Once again, if you are new in here, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, because there's a very important message about suicide prevention at the start of this video that I want to reach as many people as possible. Please share it out as well. If you have a question, feel free to type it in the comment section and I will get to it. It can be about absolutely anything. It can be about YouTube, it can be about Logan Paul, it can be about what I have in my tea or what I eat on my pizza. And I will get to it as soon as I can. Now, hello Photo Show, welcome. Hello Ram Calorie. I possibly pronounced that wrong, I apologise. Inkita. I've noticed people are using Instagram for showcase pieces of their videos on YouTube. Any recommendations or advice on how to go getting these clips created? Now, you're already creating your own videos. Just render them squared. Or you can render them in normal and then you'll have to frame it. Clip the video a bit smaller if you've got a 3-minute video, or in your case if you're speed drawing, speed up the video. So a drawing that was 2 minutes, you can speed up extra thing. Instagram has the swipe up thing as well, but you have to have 10,000 followers, I believe, to get that, and it has to be a business account. I need to look into that a lot more. My biggest tip for people that are small Instagrammers: spam the shit out of hashtags. Go and have a look at my Instagram account. Go and have a look at instagram.com/Mr. Hairy Brit. Go and have a look at any of my muscle food things and have a look at the hashtags that are underneath it. That's pretty much what gets me 30, 40, 50 likes per Instagram post. And that's the same with you. Just pick your related niche hashtags. Inkita, would you suggest using video editing software to create these clips, or is there a third party? You can, once again, upload original clips and you frame them, but it kind of centers them. That's what I did I did a muscle food giveaway. If you're using Adobe Premiere or anything like that, you just change the resolution to squares. Or you can downgrade it to a smaller resolution, so instead of it be high definition, that's that big, you cram a smaller version into a frame, and that works the same. Portia, I think Alan is amazing and he takes time to interact with everyone and create relationship with us. That is so important. Thank you. Love you. Thank you very much. And it's really nice. I'm glad that people are noticing that I'm trying to talk to people. That's one of the things that annoys me more than most, and I admit I'm guilty of it on my Mr. Hairy Brit channel. I get so many views and so many comments on the Mr. Hairy Brit channel that just don't necessarily warrant commenting, or I'm too busy. I mean, the Mr. Hairy Brit channel it's in autopilot now. I'll be honest. I upload content on there. It gets a good quantity of views and a good quantity of subscribers each and every day. It's hard to maintain. The advantage of this one is it's a niche. People here want to ask questions and talk to me, and I'm more than happy to help them and answer their questions. And you know, it's not. It's once again, we don't have hundreds and thousands in this live stream. There's a handful of people that either want to chat, hang around, listen to my voice, or ask questions, and I truly love that, and I truly appreciate it. Goofball, Alan, yeah, adult stuff. Yeah, well, you know, welcome to the Mr. Hairy Brit channel. Madison Mukbang. I'll have a burger just for you. Oh, a burger. That's the fat man in me missing. Oh, it has to be a decent burger with like multiple layers of cheese and possibly some fried onions and oh. I plan on like I'm not weighing myself until the start of March, because if I weigh myself then I congratulate myself for losing the weight and then I slip back into bad habits. So what I'm going to do, I've got a wedding for my best mate to get ready for. So I'm not doing anything. I'm not weighing until the start of March. I'll be honest with you guys at the time and I'll mention if I've lost weight or not. I hope I have. I hope you can already kind of semi-see it in this video as compared to the ones in October. I'm feeling much better for it. And then the wedding's in April. So you may even get pictures of me in a suit. And hopefully, once again, even more weight lost by then. Hopefully you can keep track of it over the course of the year as I keep making more and more live streams. Can you talk about the image usage rights in thumbnails? Specifically, am I allowed to use the Taco Bell logo if I don't own any rights to that logo? Can you speak on the image rights for videos in general? Fair use. If you're eating Taco Bell, then it's only fair use to use Taco Bell in the thumbnail. Don't use it in the thumbnail if it's not in it. At the end of the day, it has to be a representation. They can't strike you for it, and if they do, you can always appeal. Worst case scenario, you get a slap wrist and you learn. But in all of about 900 videos on the Mr. Hairy Brit channel, I've never been struck with copyright for the thumbnails. Other than movies, I'll be honest, if you take a screenshot of the movie, some media companies can be really moody, but if you appeal, they tend to get rid of it pretty quickly. As lovely. I'm doing a reaction video about the latest video of Logan Paul. Can I shout you out in the video? Yeah, sure. You don't need permission to shout me out, people. You're more than welcome. Once again, if you're only just hopping into the chat, please say hello. Please hit the like and share buttons. There's a very important message about suicide prevention at the start of this video that I want to get to as many people as possible. Please tweet it, share it to Facebook, Instagram, wherever you wish. That would be wonderful. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Feel free to use the hashtag ask at the start so I can spot it better. I'm around until I run out of questions, and I'll work my way through the chat. Photo show. Are GIFs on tweets working to get more interaction? Yes. Yes. I deliberately send out tweets with GIFs. Why? Because, one, if there's no picture on a tweet, the tweet is that big, right? And it's just text and you can scroll past it. If there's a picture on a tweet, it is that big, but it is static. So if it's a boring picture, or if it's a picture you've seen 50 billion times, although it takes longer to scroll past it, it might not catch your eye. But if it's that big, and it's flashing, and it's changing, or if it's duck walking away from an explosion, or if it's a pig leaning out of a car doing that, that is much more eye-catching than that. So yes, I strongly advise in all instances, if you're posting to any social platforms, 1, use at least a picture underneath your text. 2, use a GIF if you can. Or 3, use a video. Now, videos can autoplay and videos can be ignored, right? So fine, right? But GIFs work well because they can emote a feeling, or they can attract your attention. So if you're trying to give away a free PDF, which by the way, if you want a free PDF on how to optimize your channel and how to 10 top tips to grow your YouTube channel, there's a free PDF in the description down below. Go click on it. But yeah, the gift's much more eye-catching. Madison, I'm shopping at Walmart right now with your stream on. These shoppers are getting great YouTube tips and tricks. That's really great. I've gone mobile. I've never been in Walmart. Supposedly you can buy guns in Walmart, right? Don't buy me a gun. But you know, whilst you're wandering around Walmart, feel free to, when you come back, watch the entire stream in entirety, just in case you've missed it. That would be wonderful. Shared everywhere. Thank you very much, as lovely. Portia. Well, thank you, Mr. Popular, for allowing me in your life. How am I Mr. Popular? Okay. I'm getting error messages on my laptop. That's wonderful. Please install antivirus software. I already have. It's fine. Mukbang. Inkeeter. Do Instagram clips to promote my channel too. It's fairly simple. All you have to do is you can also do it on your phone. Okay, Madison, if you at Inkeeter and Inkeeter, you can communicate within each other. You can kind of help each other then. Hi Joe, welcome. Hello Miss Jenny Cleaning. Love your content. Thank you very much. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any of them, and I'll get to them shortly. Portia, I cook far too well. Last night I was cooking chicken Alfredo homemade. The night before I made chili mac. Way too good. I'm moving away from meat since I'm a rescuer. But alas, I'm a fat girl. See, that's the problem. Like, I think I can cook fairly well. If you have a look at my Instagram, you know, unless it's a ready meal, I've cooked those myself. Yeah, my issue is because I live alone. If I cook a massive shepherd's pie and it's gorgeous, I'm eating a massive shepherd's pie. that's how it's gonna go, right? But I'll just have this bit and that bit and that bit, and then I'll have the rest with mash and I'll just cabbage and oh yeah, I can. That's why I need to learn portion control. That's why I'm doing, you know, so far 25 days and going strong. Inkeeter, Madison, I'm just curious. People were using their video editing software or using a third party, mostly because I figure out workflow myself. Good. Nice, Inkeeter. The YouTube hustle is real. Welcome back, AAW. Does that stand for anything, by the way? AAW. You're Mr. Popular because you're huge, Mr. YouTube, Mr. Harry Britt channel. Just trying to be funny. Oh, fair news. If all 38,000 people knew me and, you know, sent me a dollar, that would be great. But unfortunately, it's not like I make money off of them. But once again, if you want to donate, there is a donation link down below. That will get your name flashed out on here, and I'll give you a shout out. You know, if that works, go for it. In the long run, I'm hoping once again to do super chats and stuff. Hello everyone, if you are enjoying the live stream, please remember to hit that like button to share this live stream out to as many people as possible. There's a very important message about suicide prevention at the start of this live stream that I would love to get as many people to see as possible. Please share this to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you can to spread the awareness. In the meantime, if you have any questions, this is now the Ask Me Anything Q&A sections of this live stream. You can ask me about my life, my food, YouTube tips, or the favourite pizza topic. I don't, just anything. Just leave it in the comment section and I will get to it as soon as I can. Riddle Robot, welcome. Hello. Is it easier to get into search or suggested videos? Now, they are ironically kind of the same thing. You need to optimize your video properly to get people to watch a video, and then if you're optimizing that video properly, you can then get suggested against it. Now, one of my videos which does really well on this channel is that I did a video about how to get your custom channel URL. Now, this is a topic that I researched and there wasn't much competition for it, but any video that was on the results page seemed to do fairly well over time. Now, that video has been around for a couple of months, and this is a small YouTube channel. So for me to get 2,500 views on that, on a tutorial video, which is me talking solely about a feature, does fairly well. Now, it does well, and it continues to do well. It's currently getting around about 300 views every 48 hours now, because it's optimized, right? You make sure that you put the correct keyword that you're looking for at the start of the title. You do the decent descriptions and quality tags. You can use tag research tools such as TubeBuddy to help you with that. TubeBuddy, you can, oh, there you go, look at the timing of that. Go to hd1webdesign.com/TubeBuddy. It is free to install. However, I tend to use the first tier, which cost me about £5–10 per month, and that's what helped grow my Mr. Hairy Brit channel from 8,000 subscribers to 38,000 subscribers in round about a year. That also helped me go from 100,000 views in a month to, at one point, 2.3 million views in a month on the Mr. Hairy Brit channel. So if you optimize it properly, it then gives the algorithm a chance to suggest you, because it then knows what that video is about, how it's answering questions, or how long people are watching it for. It then becomes relevant and then suggested. You can also have a look at the YouTube algorithm playlist that I did. There's either a link in the description down below, or at the end of this live stream, go to my channel page, click on the playlist and go for the YouTube algorithm. There's 7 videos there going through each step of the algorithm and how you can kind of game it and hack it to get more and more traffic, subscribers and views. Really good question, Riddle. Yes, you can buy guns. See, that's a bit weird. I don't want to walk around my supermarket, right, and go nappies, ham, cheese, burgers. Oh, burgers. That's all your fault, Madison. I've just got burger in my head now. Anyway, you know, I don't want to go newspaper, potatoes, carrots, lasagna, a bottle of wine, a shotgun. I just think that's ridiculous. You can buy paintball guns. Paintball guns? That's not a deadly weapon. I can appreciate a paintball gun, right? I used to run around with a BB gun, right? But at the end of the day, anything with the word gun should not be sold in a convenience store right next to the potatoes, right? Miss Jenny Cleaning, giving you a shout out tonight on my live feed. Thank you very much. Obviously, the more the better. I'm not going to say no, go for it. And knives, all the knives. Now, see, knives I can understand, like, because well, if you walk around supermarkets in the UK, it's like, there's your food. They'll have an aisle with houseware in it, so it'd be like pots, pans, plates. So knives make sense, because where else are you going to get your kitchen knives from? Right, your knife, your forks, your cutting knives, your julienne, you know, that kind of makes sense. But a shotgun, when was the last time you tenderized a hamburger with a shotgun? When was the last time you was mixing your pasta dish with a shotgun? It's just, Americans are weird, all about wrestling. Now, there you go. I'm a big wrestling fan. What kind of wrestling do you like? Are you a big WWE fan? Have you been watching for long? Do you watch any companies outside WWE? What did you think of the whole New Japan, Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega? Peter, hello, welcome. You always seem to trawl in halfway through, don't you, Peter? Welcome. Favourite type of tea? Hot, caffeine-fueled tea. I tried chamomile for a while. I'm pointing there because my kitchen's there. I tried chamomile for a while, but that went. I just didn't do it for me, if I'm honest. It just, you know. So I use Yorkshire tea in a big mug, right? And I'm salted. I don't put any sugar in my tea. I ran out of sugar October last year, and then chose never to buy it again. Because at one point I was having about 9–10 sweeteners, because I used to have 3 or 4 sugars, and then, you know, I wonder why I was such a fat twat. Do you use any extensions? vidIQ, TubeBuddy? Yes, I use TubeBuddy. I use the paid version of TubeBuddy. There's a link down below, or you go to you go to ht1webdesign.com/TubeBuddy. You can install it for free. TubeBuddy's really helped me. I use the first paid tier, so it's about £10–15 a month, and it really helps. Alan, what's your favourite weird snack? Like weird flavour combinations? Now, I don't know. See, day-to-day stuff, I don't tend to eat weird, I guess. I do like I don't know. You can get like turkey jerky sticks type things. But the weirdest thing I've eaten is I went to a buffet with my best mate, like the guy that I'm going to be best man for in a couple of weeks, well, a couple of months' time. And you know those all you can eat red hot world buffet things, right? And there was turkey there, and then there was roast potatoes, and there was cake, and then there was cranberry sauce. So I really, the fat man in me loved it. There was a load of turkey skin, so I took the turkey skin, and there was cake, and then I wanted cranberry sauce, so I wrapped the cake, chocolate cake, in turkey skin with cranberry sauce on it, and that was chocolate sweetness with the fatty gorgeousness and crunchiness of the turkey skin. Yeah, I know I'm weird. I know, and I've possibly lost people from the live stream because they're throwing up now. Riddle, thanks, good. Mighty Love, hello. I'm starting a channel on mental health. Most groups on Facebook don't allow sharing videos, so how would you suggest I get my videos out there? Because yours is an educational one, I would suggest stuff like Reddit, mental health. Go. I share to a social media platform that's fairly new called Campus Society. It's dedicated in the UK to university students. So mental health could help them. Hunt out forums, start a blog. But the core basis is create content on a regular basis and optimize them. Because you are a niche and people will be looking for you when they need you, make sure that you use keywords in the title, the descriptions and the tags. You constantly create content, and it will slowly build, because your content will be evergreen. Because depression will never go away. Depression, someone will be depressed today and someone will be depressed in 10 years. If you make the content relevant, it will always have life. The tips on my YouTube channel, there's 60 tips here. Some of them will be outdated. For example, I made a video on how to monetize your channel and YouTube changed that. There'll be an updated video, I believe, I don't know, a couple of weeks' time. But if you make the content relevant, 5 ways to deal with depression, 5 ways to deal with anorexia, 5 things to say to someone when they're feeling blue, that kind of stuff, and use the key search terms, it will slowly stack views and it will start to build traffic. That's what happens here. I'll put out videos that aren't sensationalist, that aren't sexy titles, but every time someone watches it, it helps them, and they'll watch as much as they can all the way to the end. The retention on my videos here is fantastic compared to my Mr. Hairy Brit ones. And what happens is, if one person watches the video all the way to the end, YouTube likes it much more than, oh, they came in for 20 seconds and disappeared, right? So don't be put off by you putting out videos and them only getting 5 or 10 views. That's 5 or 10 people that you've helped, and then those 5 or 10 people have watched as much as that video as you can, which will lift that video, will help you get that 5 or 10, 10 or 20, 30, 40, and it will build. If you're putting out a couple of videos each and every week, that's 100 videos a year, and that's 100 videos that can help someone. At the end of the day, I truly appreciate people that put out tutorials and help stuff, because it's not sexy, but it does help someone. I hope that helps, Mighty Love. Potato Gun, yes. All wrestling, mate. I loved Omega Jericho. I'm quite intrigued to see that Jericho's staying in New Japan. Porsche. I used to date Marty Jannetty from the Rockers. We're good friends today, newly reunited. Are you serious? Are you serious? Seriously, put a video out about you and Marty Jannetty. Right? Recently, he went viral for some of the comments that he was saying about his adopted stepdaughter. Either way, fantastic. I'm a huge Shawn Michaels fan, but you might not want to say that to Marty because there's the whole he's the Marty from the Rockers thing that's kind of like a meme nowadays, but that's well cool. I photographed Will Ospreay from New Japan. That's amazing. Oh, I'm so jealous now. All of these wrestling fans that I didn't know that were rad. That mug is almost the size of your head. If I move it closer to the camera, it is. Yeah. Hello, my name is Mr. Mughead, and today I'll be talking about if I do that too often, if I do that for too long, it'll spawn an actual channel. I'll end up uploading movie reviews with a mug over my face. Don't tempt me. What about hibiscus tea? I don't know what hibiscus is. Unless that is honey-based biscuit tea, then I'm not interested. Needed some lunch before hitting the tubes. Well, fair enough. You can sit here with popcorn and watch me. I had a sandwich about an hour ago, or an hour before the live stream, because I was like, otherwise you're gonna miss your lunch, right? My food is right there, right? Once I'm off the live stream, I'm gonna go and make it, but I don't know when I'm gonna be off the live stream. So yeah, I make mustard on pizza and ketchup on white rice. That's mustard on pizza. I can kind of understand in a way, because if you sprinkle chili flakes on a pizza, right, then it adds spice. Plus, there's nothing better than a bit of mustard in like mash and stuff, right? Is that English mustard or is it Dijon mustard? Now, ketchup on rice, I don't know. That sounds a bit weird. Maybe I'll try it. Ask Cornish tea. Have you tried it? You must. Also, sugar is poison to persons. Yeah, see, sugar's one of those weird things that I realise now how addictive sugar can be, right? Because obviously, because I've been like clean eating for 25 days, which, you know, I've not mentioned at all in this live stream. Fucking hell, I'm turning into a vegan about like talking about fucking eat clean. Did you know that I'm eating clean? Where was I? Yeah, so I know that when I was eating sweet things on a regular basis, and when I was feeling bad at the end of last year, there's a takeaway place that I can order desserts from when they arrive. Like hot Belgian waffles with chocolate and chopped up bananas and stuff like that, right? And I would find myself at the end of the day going like, oh, I could craving sugar, craving something sweet. So although it took me a few days to break that habit and then whatever, I can understand why people say that sugar is addictive, because it is. Mighty Love, yes, thank you. I'm planning on doing videos like that when I start, plus many others have many ideas been working on for a while. Yeah, see, if you haven't launched the channel just yet, I suggest stockpiling the videos. What I did before I launched this channel is I had a month's worth of content edited, uploaded and ready, and then I drip fed them out. And then what I could do is in that time still record stuff for the next 2 weeks after that and the 2 weeks after that. So if you know the topic and you know your style, backlog them, bulk record them, right? And then you've got a head start. That way you're not making one video for today and one video tomorrow for tomorrow, right? And then put them out, optimize them properly, tweak them. It gives you a chance to play around with the thumbnails. And if there's someone helping you, then somebody else can run in. Now, by the way, I'm not knocking vegan people, right? But I'm just suggesting that there's the meme that you know someone's vegan because they tell you, right? Not all vegans are militant vegans. Not all lesbians are militant lesbians that hate cock, right? And not all Christians want to burn anyone that's not a Christian at the stake, right? There is the extreme, so I don't mean to knock people, right? I'm just saying that, you know, I've mentioned that I'm on a healthy eating kick as if I was a militant healthy eating vegan person. By the way, my name's Alan. I'm vegan. You know, those people. My friend ran a wrestling promotion, and Will was on a lot. See, what I really love at the moment is the renaissance for wrestling. All of the British wrestling talent, everyone that was on WCPW, everyone that's been hiding underneath the Tyler Bates and the Pete Dunne and the Trent Seven, the Will Ospreys, the Rampage, you know what I mean? There's a hotbed, and I feel that we're almost on a new wrestling boom. You have a look at New Japan, right? And they are now the second largest company, if not edging there, right? I think because TNA, Impact Wrestling, or whatever they're calling themselves, have died. You've got the three powers now, which is New Japan, Ring of Honor, which feeds New Japan and feeds each other, and WWE. And if you're if you're a young kid, then WWE is your thing. That's great. If you're a hardcore wrestling fan, then you'll watch all of them. Or if you're anti-WWE, you've still got Ring of Honor, New Japan, Progress, Rev Pro, ICW. I mean, it's really growing, and it's fantastic to see that. I just want them to bring a main pay-per-view to the UK. I'd love bring SummerSlam to Manchester, right? Or bring SummerSlam to Wembley, right? Oh, I'd mark out for that. I'd throw money at them, right? I'd bankrupt myself to go to a live pay-per-view in the UK. Oh, you're kind of outpacing me on the chat at the moment, which is good. Madison, how do some videos go viral without any tags and titles and subscribers? Now, some videos go viral because they are an emotional trigger. They either make you happy, sad, or they make you somewhere in between, or angry, right? Some videos go viral because they are on a large channel and they have subscribers and there's momentum. And some take a time. So if that video may have got like no views, 1 view, 3 views, 10 views, 20 views, and then slowly over time a couple of hundred a day, a couple of thousand a day, and it builds. I mean, on my Mr. Hairy Bit channels, there's a couple of videos that have got millions of views that I published 4 years ago, because it slowly added up, and then it's slowly building momentum, and then it slowly ranks a little bit higher and a little bit higher and a little bit higher. Also, at the end of the day, it can be luck. I'll be honest. Sometimes things go viral because they were, I don't know, destined to. Mighty Love, yes, thank you. I'm going to be planning and doing that one. I've already said that one. How do you stay motivated whilst working at home? And you are brilliant, thank you. Money. Unfortunately, if I don't earn money, then I can't pay my bills. So I guess it's a motivation of fear. Also, I've got some really nice clients at the moment, and I'm liking working with them. In the last 3-4 months, I now have direct YouTube clients. Which, by the way, if you need help with your YouTube channel, if you need a consultant, if you need a website, right, then check out the description down below. Go to hd1webdesign.com. I do e-commerce solutions, I can do blogging solutions, websites, I can teach you YouTube, I can manage your YouTube channel, I can edit videos. Basically any service that you require, let me know, and I may be able to quote you happy. But because I'm finding these clients within the social media world, I'm liking my job better, which keeps me more motivated. Or if you really don't like your job, then remember to treat yourself. If you know that you get up every day, and if you say in your head that if you go into work every day and you give your hardest every day, every week, every month, at the end of the month you're allowed to treat yourself to that necklace or those shoes or that football or that wrestling ticket, then the motivation isn't necessarily your job, it's that reward. And if you're honest and true to yourself, and you honestly earn that, then at least that's some light at the end of the tunnel. Or remember that, okay, it might take me 5 years of really, really hard work, but after 5 years, I could have X, Y, and Z. Hopefully that helps you. On Facebook, when you re-upload your content to there, do you use small clips or the full video? I don't upload my videos to YouTube. But I will be uploading my full videos. But that's because these videos on this channel are evergreen. And I want to kind of re-spark. Plus, Facebook now has Facebook Watch, so I kind of want to start edging my way in there. I would suggest clips. If you want to drive traffic to YouTube, use an image and a link. You've seen it. Go to Mr. Hairy Brick channel, go to HD1 Web Design. There's an image and my link. If you want to upload content, then it's a choice. If you upload it to Facebook, the whole thing, then they won't go to YouTube afterwards. If you upload a clip that teases them, then it might annoy them, but they're more likely to go to YouTube. Maybe upload older content and then suggest at the end of the video, if you like more of these speed drawings, there's more at our channel here. You know, that kind of thing. Hibiscus is a flower. That's good. Still have no idea why I would want to drink it. I've met Tyler Bates, Pete Dunne and Marty Skrull once. I'd see Pete Dunne looks like the possibly the best heel in the business in the next 5-10 years. That smirk, that shit-eating grin, right? He looks vicious, and he's what, early 20s, like, or mid 20s, right? But he's been grinding for years. If it wasn't for things like WCPW and the World of Sport coming back to ITV, then maybe they wouldn't have picked him up in the WWE. Right, but I'm not saying that he's not talented. Right, I wish that I watched more British wrestling, to be honest. Maybe go to some shows. I'm sure there's stuff in Sheffield and stuff. I'll nose around a bit more. I love his take on hibiscus, honey biscuits. Yeah, well, why not? It just, if you mash the words together, I'd drink honey biscuits in a tea. Madison's vegan. I'm sorry. Please accept my the description and why. I just crave the internet and YouTube, and yes, this is addictive too. Well, you know, there's no calories in the internet. If I could live off just the internet, then I'd be, I don't know, I'd be a twig. Peter, become diabetic and then your diet will really change. See, Peter, I'll be honest, there's diabetes in my family, so me eating clean, which once again is me mentioning it like I'm vegan, but I'm not. Me eating clean is my, if I don't change my habits now, I'm 33, if I don't change my eating habits now, in 3 or 4 years time I could have serious problems. Right? I reached a weight that I am not happy with. I reached a weight that is dangerous, that is not healthy. So yes, if I carried on doing so, I could cause some serious damage to myself. If I make the choice now to eat better, to be clean, right, and stuff like that, then in the long run it will only help me. Mighty Love, yep, definitely planning on bulk recording. Just got to wait to get a new laptop. This one keeps screwing up on me. What are you recording on? Are you using a webcam? Try using a smartphone. He says, waving a phone that's not on, but you know, try using a smartphone. The audio is fairly good on a mobile phone because it's supposed to be recording, you know, phone calls and stuff. My iPhone, which isn't the latest up to date one, can record at 4K, and 4K kind of is favoured in algorithms, so that might help you. Once again, hello to everybody that's currently watching the live stream. If you are new around here, please hit that like button. There's a very important message at the start of this live stream that I'd like to get out to as many people as possible. It's about suicide prevention and how you can help people. Please click like, please share to Twitter, Facebook and anywhere that you can. Get the message out to as many people as you wish and as many people as we can. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'm working my way through. This is an Ask Me Anything Q&A section of this live stream. Ask me absolutely anything about anything, whether it's hibiscus tea, which is honey biscuits tea, whether it's my favourite pizza topping, how to optimise your YouTube channel, or anything about Logan Paul, which was the main topic of this discussion. Now, back to the live stream chat. Miss Jenny Cleaning. This is a stupid American question. Have you ever met the Queen? Yeah, Lizzie. Yeah, I just popped round the corner. She lives 2 doors down, right? No, no. I think that is an American thing. Like, America is so big that they think that because England's much smaller in comparison, that we must live on top of each other, right? Although at the moment I'm in a university town and loads of like flats are crammed on top of each other, it's not like I'm you know, constantly sat with someone, right? We can't nip round the corner shop for like a pint of milk, a loaf of bread, and a chinwag with a Queenie, right? That's not how it works. Also, by the way, not everyone in the UK is like royalist, right? Many people look at the royal family and go, they cost us a load of money, and although we get money back in tourism, if they weren't around, we could open up like Westminster and Buckingham Palace, and we could still use it as like tourism, but we wouldn't have to fund their multi-million pounds life each and every year. Bye Az Lovely. She's off to eat dinner. Peter RE thumbs up on Facebook. Use Canva to create thumbnails and post them along with the YouTube link. Thank you. There you go. That's one for you, Inkita, as well. Photoshop. I've met a few of the royals, but not the Queen as of yet. Just lurk around Buckingham Palace, and then if they don't shoot at you, ease your way into the gates. Scream my YouTube channel name over and over and over and over again, whilst the police are arresting you, because I don't mind the free advertisement, right? And then I'll try and bail you out with peanuts or something. Mighty Love, I don't have a smartphone. I have a regular DSLR camera that I'm using. See, I wish I had a DSLR camera. In all the time I've been on YouTube, I've used a webcam. That's a webcam there. And then there's one there which is my old webcam, which I've moved forward to hopefully so you can hear me a bit better. So yeah, fair enough, understandable. Why do you need a computer if you're using a DSLR? Just record all of the footage and then bulk record it later. Unless of course you don't have the memory cards to store like 15-20 videos. Inkita, I want to send you hibiscus tea now, so just so I can see your reaction. Well, because I know you personally, I'll send you my address on Facebook, Inkita, right? And then in the long run I might open a PO box, but because I know you personally, right, I'll do that. I'm not going to give out my address in public because I'm not 100% sure that I won't get anthrax through the post. The photo show. I met the Queen. I'll definitely give you a shout out. Yeah, damn right. Right? I mean it. As you're being arrested, I want you to recite my channel over and over and over and over again. So then that way, no matter what they do on the media and the rolling news, right? They're like, man went to Buckingham Palace, tried to scale the gates, but whilst he was scaling the gate, he kept reciting this YouTube channel. We're not quite sure why, right? And they just play the footage over and over again across Reuters, across Sky, across BBC. Be great. Peter, been to the UK a few times back in the day, and still never saw the Queen either. Yeah, see, Queenie just doesn't go to the corner shop, right? I think she uses muscle food to deliver her meats. God knows that I do. You know. Once again, if you want to try out muscle food, the link isn't below. But if you go to if you use muscle food and you use code HairyBrit, you'll get freebies at the counter. At this rate, I've got a discount code or something for everything, don't I? Right. Okay. I'm going to go to the top of the hour, so you've got 15 more minutes. Ask me absolutely anything within the next 15 minutes about absolutely anything, and I'll answer those questions. But at the end of the 15 minutes, I will disappear and finally eat my food. But don't worry, you've got me for another 15 minutes, unless nobody replies in the comment section, and then we run out of stuff to talk about. Saeed Fraz Murashraf, I'm sorry, I've butchered your name, I apologise. What are the kind of changes you foresee YouTube will make, which will affect upcoming small-time channels? Now, they've already changed the monetisation. In the long run, I see them trying to push more and more YouTube Red to more and more countries. The problem I have to do at the moment is the copyright issues. In the US, most music is controlled by a good chunk of the same music. In the UK, it's not. The reason why we don't have YouTube Red in the UK is because of rights issues. So every time you play a YouTube video of Taylor Swift in the US, Taylor Swift will get X amount. But if you do it in the UK, there isn't an agreed amount of royalties. So I'm hoping that they'll expand YouTube Red. There will be... you'll have VidCon sometime this year. It wouldn't surprise me if they start rolling out... they've got... I'm not sure if you've seen it. There is a new YouTube Studio app, or a new YouTube Studio setup that's currently in beta. If you've got it, it's on the left-hand side of your video manager channel in the bottom left-hand corner. They will roll that out. Hands down, they will roll that out. There is no way that they won't. So get used to that. I may even make videos on that. I plan on making videos of the analytics. They are removing YouTube earnings from AdSense, as in like constant seeing. You'll be able to track it from the analytics page, but you won't be able to directly track it in the AdSense. You'll only see how much is added to the balance each month. And now that they've changed the top tier, so you have to get monetized at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, I imagine that they'll rejig the tiers. Maybe start adding features to people over 1,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers. Like I've got a community tab on the Mr. Hairy Brit page that I don't have here. This time last year, they only just rolled out live streaming to mobile phones to everyone under over 100 subscribers. They are testing more and more ways to keep people on the site, and they did plan on bringing out YouTube TV. So once again, I expect that they're going to roll this out everywhere. In the long run, nothing major will change. They've already changed the layout. I'm not sure if you've seen that yet, but you will. I don't know. There will... Right, my prediction will be in about 2 to 3 months' time, and then in October later, I will be making more videos on the YouTube algorithm, because they will change it. There will be changes. There will be tweaks. Why? Because there'll be more advertisers around, because they've kicked out all the small YouTubers. So therefore, they'll want to make as much money as possible, but also they'll want to promote and get rid of, you know, the kids' channels that are adult channels. And there'll be filtering all those, and they'll be cracking down even harder on those. So yes, I expect that at some point in 2 to 3, 4 months time there will be a video on my channel that says new YouTube algorithm 2018 or YouTube algorithm changes 2018. So yeah, all I can suggest at the end of the day, if you're a small YouTuber, you will not be affected if you are doing the best standard basics. Do your SEO, good title, good description, good tags, eye-catching thumbnail that isn't clickbait porn, and you'll be fine. And don't give up, just keep going, keep creating content and you'll get there. That was a long-winded answer. Photo show, what are you filming your main content on? It looks pretty good if it's a webcam. It's this thing. This is a C920 Logitech webcam. It's what I've used for 3.5 years. The lights, I use 2 soft boxes and a ring light. The ring light, by the way, is something that's currently lighting this live stream. Otherwise it'd look like that. That's currently adding daylight light to the live stream. And then I just tweak it a little bit, really. I'd love a DSLR, but once again, YouTube's taking away monetization, so I'm not going to be able to earn it from here to upgrade for I don't know, maybe a year, unless I keep doing live streams like this where people constantly watch. By the way, I'd like to introduce everybody to Inkita, this evening's new moderator. She's a moderator because I've known her for forever. She is an original gangster, right? And she's been around for years and really helped me. So everybody say hello to Inkita. She does quality drawing. She does. She's been vlogging for years. She's an artist. Go and check out her channel. Go and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. But yeah, I use a webcam photo show. I used to use this small 720p one, and now this is a 1080p one. And then I render up using Adobe Premiere Pro. In the long run, I wouldn't mind doing all my videos in 4K, because right now, if you can, by the way, here's a little tip. If you can make videos in 4K, although it takes forever to render, YouTube's currently favouring 4K content because it wants 4K content. So it will help you rank a bit higher. Just like one of my videos did really well on Mr. Hairy Brit channel because it had VR video in the title for like forever. And that got 2 or 400,000 views on that video because it was VR video based, even though it wasn't a VR video. So 4K is doing the same. Mighty Love, I'm doing that where I'm referring and needing computer before I can start the channel. Okay, fair enough. Peter, where did you get the coconuts from? Aren't they tropical? Coconuts? Do you mean these? These are my man boobs. I don't have coconuts. Who's your spirit animal? No. Ryan Reynolds. Mick Foley. Mick Foley's my spirit animal. Kevin Owens. So I guess I'm a panda. If anyone gets that reference, I love you. Peter, they need an arsehole algorithm. That may help as well. If there was an arsehole algorithm, I'd be PewDiePie levels of famous. I've been an arsehole for years. Photo show, perfect proof you don't need equipment to make videos. Your main videos are great quality. I wouldn't have guessed. Thank you. It's all about controlling the environment. If my videos, I've got a drop screen with the fake wall. I've got the 2 lights that light properly, so it irons out creases, and then you've got the ring light. If you can control the light that's involved, light covers up a multitude of sins, and then you can always edit up or edit down. But yeah, you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to make it work. Right, 5 minutes to go. Spam your questions in the comment section. Remember to spam that like button so we can share out the very important message about suicide prevention at the start of this video, please. Spam all your comments and I'll do a rapid fire round if they come quick enough. And if not, then fine, I'll still work my way through them. LCG Farms, welcome. Do you think I don't meet YouTube goals, that YouTube will stop promoting my vids in the same way? No, I think at the end of the day they know that small YouTubers are their lifeblood, and they don't want to piss off too many small YouTubers, because if there's not enough YouTubers to replace them in the long run, then in 5 years' time they'll be really struggling when, you know, PewDiePie in the long run will leave. Logan Paul in the long run will go and do movies, right? They don't want YouTube in 10 years' time just to be the John Cena, The Rock, TV personalities retirement places, right? That's the reason why they're trying to push YouTube originals. But the problem happens to me is every time they push an original, they either say the N-word or they show a dead body and they have to remove them from YouTube original. Rhett and Link's the only safe ones they've got at the moment, because they can't use Philip DeFranco because he uses sensitive news. I guess they use the Vlogbrothers, right? But even then, the Vlogbrothers don't need YouTube. They could ride off into the sunset with John Green's money. They'll be fine. Hello, Inkita. Sure, I'll do 4K. Just send me money. How about this, Peter? If you send me £200,000, I'll lend you a couple of grand. How about that? There's a donation link in the description down below, by the way. If you go and, you know, donate down there, your name will pop up here, and then I can add it to the Save Alan Spicer Cake Fund. It'd be great. Perfect lighting is fab. Thank you. Peter, sorry, accent Monty Python reference. Okay, fair enough. Photo show. If Amazon launched a rival to YouTube, do you think it would work? If Amazon are willing, they've got the money, but if Amazon are willing to hemorrhage money for the first 10 years, pushing it, then I think it could work. The problem with things like VidMe and, I don't know, there isn't any other real rivals. The problem with those kind of companies is that YouTube still doesn't make the money, but YouTube is the second largest search engine on the internet, and if you own the first one and the second one, you pretty much corner the market, and it gives you more and more places to advertise. It's one of the reasons why YouTube exists, because YouTube is willing, on the understanding, to continue to grow this, because in the long run YouTube will be the largest search engine on the internet, because 10 years ago it wasn't normal for people to make regular videos. Nowadays everyone's doing it. Everyone can whip out a phone and everyone makes a video, or takes one of those pictures on an iPhone that's a live picture so you can track back. All that is a video of about 5 seconds long that you can track through. If Amazon are willing to drop money into it, then why not? They already own Twitch, don't they, Amazon? I might be wrong. So yeah, I can see it working, but they might have to angle a niche, and they might have to squeeze out people. I mean, well, that's what I mean. VidMe's gone because they didn't have the budget. They couldn't keep it. They couldn't keep making a loss, and they weren't generating enough. Why would you advertise on VidMe if you could advertise on YouTube and reach a wider audience for the same price, if not cheaper? That's why VidMe didn't work. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are now reaching the end of the live stream. I would kindly request, for the sake of the message that is the start of this video about suicide prevention, please share this with someone. Please share this on Twitter. Please click that like button, and please comment as much as you can. I now want you to say goodbye in the chat. Please say goodbye. Please tell me how you're feeling. Please tell me what you are eating for dinner. Please send cough sweets. At the end of the day, I plan on doing these on a regular basis. I thank you very much for being here right at the start when I'm doing these live streams. I truly appreciate all of your help, all of your questions, all of your interactions. At the end of the day, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. I'm here to help you. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you all the best. And I'm going to disappear. So, mwah. And I will see you soon. Now, I'm not sure if I have to sit around here for about 5 seconds because I don't want to cut off the last few minutes, right, of people like knowing the message. So once again, I kindly request, please, please, please check out the live stream. Go back through the replay, right? There's a very important message about suicide prevention, right at the start. Go and watch that, please. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Goodbye. Go out there. Start creating. That's it. That's the way I should end it. That's always the way I should end it. For some reason I went Mr. Harry Britty. And now I'm just waffling. Ooh.